Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of CMF MOC. And in case you don't know what CMF MOC is, since it is a fairly new series that I'm trying out, basically what I do is choose one or two collectible minifigures and then build a small 16 by 16 MOC based off of the characters. And for this MOC, I've created like a Battle of the Gods on a bridge high above the earth. And I have used the Series 12 Warrior Goddess, she's on the left. I also used the Winged God Dude from Series 15. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this, and I'll show you guys the MOC. Real quick, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so that you never miss when I upload a new MOC video. So starting at the base, you can see a cliff in the back, but I will get to that later. Then there is the river, and then there's just a little bit of green and brown. And I didn't want to go too high up with the green and brown hill, just because this is supposed to be micro scale, and this is supposed to be far below the bridge. So going too far up would make it look like a huge mountain, and that's not really what I wanted to go for. So I just have the maximum height back here is 3 plates, but it is 2 plates in most areas. And it's basically just to represent a little incline coming out of the riverbank, since there obviously is a river. And for the river, I just used mostly trans light blue studs. I did use a few dark blue ones. And it's just supposed to represent a river that gets kind of deep in the middle area, but then is mostly shallow. So that's why there are different colors of studs. The darker blue is supposed to represent deeper water. And these studs are loose, so they're just kind of thrown on the plate, and I do like the effect that that creates. Like I said, the terrain work on the bottom is nothing too crazy. It's just a little bit of hills to kind of simulate the terrain going up as it comes out of the river. And moving the camera up a little bit so you can see the back, you can see I do have a big cliff. Well, that's not a huge cliff. Let me put my sig fig back here. You can see it's not too tall compared to a minifigure, but since this is supposed to be a micro scale terrain down here, it is supposed to represent a very large cliff or mountain. And I'm very happy with the way this turned out. I used a lot of inverted slopes and regular slopes. I used a bunch of different gray shades, light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, and then there are a few old dark gray in there. And give you guys a side view. I think it turned out pretty nice. And spinning it around to the back, it's nothing too crazy going on. It's just a flat wall of bricks. But that is really it for the kind of micro scale area. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the bridge. So the bridge has 4 pillars holding it up, and I have zoomed in on one of them. And it is mostly just a stack of 1x2 white bricks, but then at the base I used 2 of these 1x2 inverted slopes, just to kind of get a cool effect as the bridge reaches the ground. And then as I move up the bridge here, you can see as the pillars kind of merge into the full bridge, I used a lot of inverted slopes to kind of get this cool effect. And those come off of both sides of the pillars, and I'm very happy with the way that turned out. I think it looks great. That is on every single side of the bridge. There are 2 of these inverted slope stacks, and I'm just very happy with the way that looked. There are some studs on the side here. I thought I was going to add something on the side, but I couldn't really think of what I wanted to do, but I did leave the studs there. I think it just adds a little bit of texture to it. And then moving up to the top. At the top of the bridge was a very interesting thing to build because it is mostly just 1x4 plates, and there's like 2 2x2s in here. But this is mostly 1x4 plates with 2x2 tiles on top. And it is fairly flat and nothing too crazy going on with it. But I think with the kind of the detail below, I think it looks pretty nice. And then here's where we get to the minifigures, which I mentioned in the intro. And I just have the guy with the wings. He's kind of in the sky. Well, they are in the sky, but he is up off the bridge flying and about to attack the warrior goddess with his golden spear. And she has her shield and spear ready to defend herself. And then back here, this is kind of what the warrior goddess is defending and what they're fighting over. There is a gate. I don't know where it goes, but it is a very important gate since it is made out of gold and has a nice arch above it. So I'm very happy with the way this turned out as well. I used this nice kind of arched piece. I used 4 of them to get that look, and I like the way that turned out. And then I just put tiles on top of the exposed studs to kind of smooth it out. And then this gate just uses 2 of the gate pieces in gold, and you can open that up and get a look at the battle from kind of inside. Kind of a cool shot there. So the gate obviously does open and close. And that is pretty much it for the bridge. You just wanted to go for a nice bright stark white design, and then also have it nice and smooth, so the only exposed studs are really on the gate and these little studs right here. And that will really do it for the MOC. So that will do it for this episode of CMF MOC. If you guys enjoyed this episode and want to see more, let me know by leaving a like on the video. And if you have any suggestions for minifigures that I can use in a future CMF MOC, leave those in a comment down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more CMF MOCs and more of just my MOCs in general, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you never miss a new MOC video. You can do that by clicking on the round end screen element popping up in the top left. And popping up on the top right is just the other CMF MOC video that I have made. And then the two videos popping up on the bottom are just other videos that I think you will enjoy. So feel free to click around the end screens and check out some of the other videos on my channel. And that will do it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.